Today, we're going to take a closer look at GetLikes.com. Are the followers real? Are the likes real? Does it even matter to have real engagement on your Instagram profile? Let's find out. My name is Ethan. I have a decade of Instagram marketing experience, and today we're going to take a closer look at GetLikes.com. Real quick, before we start the review, I have reviewed over 70 different Instagram growth services. So if you want to see my list from best to worst and you want to see where all of these growth services ranked and which ones are the best ones, please go to ascendviral.com/grades after the video. Also, I release a nearly 3-hour completely free Instagram marketing course that's available on this YouTube channel. And Josh Ryan, a friend of the channel, very popular Instagram marketing YouTuber, also released his course for free on this channel. Both of those links are in the description below. Now, let's start the review. So we're going to be checking out GetLikes.com, and we're going to find out if the Instagram likes, comments, and followers are real, because that's what we're doing here. But first, we're going to be judging them on the Ascend Viral 5-star grading scale. And if you're unfamiliar with the Ascend Viral 5-star grading scale, let me explain it to you right now. All growth services are ranked from 0 to 5 stars. The grading rubric is as follows. Number 1, is there a focus on the user's content? Good content is the key to growth. A service should assist in helping the user create better content or give coaching advice on how to improve their current content strategy. Some kind of content assistant earns a star. Number 2, what type of growth is it? Does this growth strategy that the service used go against the Instagram's terms of service? Or is it a legitimate growth strategy? A legitimate ethical growth strategy earns a star. Number 3, is it manual or is it a bot? Does the service incorporate some kind of AI, software, bot, or some kind of automation that goes against Instagram's terms of service? Or is it a manual service performed by hand on a real phone? Any kind of manual service, which is preferred, earns a star. Number 4, is there a free trial or growth guarantee? Does the service offer some kind of free trial or some kind of satisfaction or growth guarantee? A free trial earns half a star, and a satisfaction or growth guarantee earns half a star. Number 5, who is running the company? Can the owner or the actual team information be easily found on the website? If the owner or the team information can be easily identified, they earn a star. All right, so let's go on over to their Instagram services here. I'm most concerned with Instagram followers, although I imagine the Instagram likes here are their bread and butter. I mean, GetLikes.com, right? But let's check out their Instagram followers, because I have this issue with companies that say things like 100% real, because I think when you think about and say things like targeted growth, right? Because I think when you think of Instagram followers and you think of real and targeted, I think the understanding for most people is that those followers would be real people, right? Because what else would real mean, and what else would targeted mean? And my issue is that this site is clearly selling fake followers. So if you clicked on this video and you were wondering, I wonder if GetLikes.com is actually real followers, real likes, real comments, real views, I'm here to tell you that these followers, likes, comments are fake, right? And I'll explain to you how I know that before even needing to buy this service. I just know these are, because there's 30 sites like this that I've reviewed already, and that's what all of these sites do. If you ever see a website like this that sells multiple, social media services, for example, Instagram services, TikTok services, YouTube services, and they all sell, YouTube views, TikTok likes, TikTok comments, Instagram automatic likes, likes, followers. This is what you would call an SMM panel website, which stands for social media marketing panel, which means what they have, wherever this site is operated out of, what they have is a really big, database, a really big, working software that when you click 5,000 followers and order now and enter in, your Instagram username, they create these accounts, these fake accounts in this software. They populate those fake accounts with realistic looking profile pictures, realistic photos, realistic bios, and they do that. That's like their job, to create all of these fake accounts but make them look real. And whenever they receive orders, they tell their software, okay, all of these accounts need to go follow this username, all of these likes need to go to this post, all these comments need to go to this post. And it costs them essentially nothing. And then they sell you 5,000 followers for $70. And then they profit $70 basically, because it didn't cost them anything. And in order to help sell the service, they use those profits to create manipulative search engine listings, to create, they spend money on social media ads, they spend money on search engine ads, and they promise people real likes, real comments, real followers, and they say it's targeted, whatever that means, and they say, everybody's happy. But in reality, they're just selling you fake followers. And, if you were, for example, if you were a music manager, right, and you wanted to blow up the success of a young pop star, and you could buy them 15,000 followers for $200, like, you would be the greatest. Like, if you could buy them 15,000 real targeted fans for $200, you would be the greatest music manager of all time. And the reality is that this is completely fake. There's so many reasons, there's so many ways how this is all fake. If you ever can buy a specified quantity of followers, for example, 15,000 followers, 10,000 followers, 500 followers, if you could ever buy like a specific quantity, it's all fake. And hopefully you are aware of that, or hopefully at least now that you're aware of that. But there's so many people who click on these review videos who just don't know, and they are misled because their world is not social media marketing. And they're just misled by these kinds of websites, the kind of advertising that leads to these websites, because a lot of people just want to grow their business. They just want to, build a community. They want to, they have honest intentions. And social media marketing, unfortunately, is completely unregulated. Like, this is the Wild West out here, which is why I make these videos, to kind of hold these companies accountable and to kind of inform people on what's actually happening. Because, I've reviewed 70 websites. There's 50 websites that are just like this. There's so much incentive to keep, if you're like an owner of one of these websites, there's so much incentive to promote and advertise your site. Tell people that they're real followers. Tell people that they're going to be famous if they buy your followers. Tell people that you're going to blow up and you're going to become viral. Tell people all of these things, right? That you need the social proof of our followers. And unfortunately, a lot of people fall for it, and a lot of people just aren't aware of what happens. And, and all of these sites, I feel like, are kind of morally conflicted, because, they'll say things like, it's so bizarre. So many of these sites are like, they kind of like acknowledge here in like, these frequently asked questions down here, or I guess these like paragraphs down here, that a big part of the reason why you should buy followers is just social proof, which like kind of gives the idea that it's just the social proof that matters, because the followers are actually fake. Like, I think that's kind of what's implied. Like, they'll also kind of tell you, like, if you buy our followers, then more organic, real people followers will follow you later, which is complete nonsense. That doesn't happen. And then they'll also make things like this, where they say GetLikes is all about delivering active real life followers, making sure your profile is buzzed with, like, they'll throw out everything that they can think of to try to get you to buy, right? They'll try to like appeal to the skeptics, and they'll appeal to the people who are just ignorant to what this site actually is doing. And they're just going to say whatever they can in order to sell the service, because their margins are as high as it gets. The entire, by the way, just a quick tangent, the entire search engine, every single search engine result, if you ask them if you should buy followers, buy likes on Instagram, which should be a resounding no, like, you shouldn't buy a specified quantity of followers. All of these search engine links are run by all of these companies, and they'll just keep recommending themselves. They'll say, yes, you should buy fake likes. You should buy likes. You should buy comments. You should buy followers. In fact, go to GetLikes.com, or go to this other website.com, go to this website.com. And it's all just a funnel to get you to buy the extremely high margin fake followers that they advertise as real, which, you know, for people in this industry and for people who are aware of, you know, the kind of tactics, it's like very obvious to, you know, find out. It's very obvious to see what they're doing. But like, if you're just growing, you know, your business, if you have a restaurant, if you have, you know, if you are running a real estate agency, if you're just not really all into the social media world and someone's telling you, hey, you should grow your Instagram, they're going to be the kind of people that type in, how do I grow my Instagram? How do I get more followers? How do I get more likes? And those blog articles are going to lead them to sites like this. And the search engine results are going to lead them to sites like this. And then they're going to see, oh, there's real followers. It's 100% real, 100% privacy. I don't know how it works, but it's targeted. Sounds good. And then they buy. And unfortunately, they damage their account with fake likes, fake comments, fake followers. And maybe there's like a coping mechanism afterwards that a lot of people get into where they think, well, maybe I can fake it until I make it. Maybe the fake followers will have an effect where I get real followers because people can see the social proof. And that's also just not the right mindset to be in. You have to just go hard no to these kinds of services, because there's no benefit of having fake likes, fake comments, fake followers, because Instagram's algorithm is so good and they know to suppress that kind of activity. Like, they know it's not going to play any kind of positive effect in the algorithm. You're not going to get exposed to more people. And it also just buries the real issue, which is if you're struggling with Instagram growth, the issue is likely your content, or it's likely that you're just not interacting with the right people. That's what your issues are. And buying fake followers, fake likes, fake comments just masks the real issue, and that's not good. You should address the real issue. You should figure out what the real issue is. And unfortunately, like the blog ecosystem, the search engine optimization ecosystem of Instagram marketing is completely messed up, because all of these sites have so much money in the search engines. And I don't, it's not something like I take pride in. Like, so my company, Ascend Viral, we have such bad search engine presence. Like, if you found this video, it's because our YouTube videos are really the only thing that works for us, because I'm really the only person out here talking about these websites. And fortunately, there's nobody else talking about them. But like, we can't compete. Like, these companies make 100% margins on their sales. Like, they can spend so much money essentially buying search engine rankings and buying search ads, because they're essentially scamming people. And I consider this a scam. I consider, if you're selling fake followers, but you're calling them real, I consider that a scam. So they're running this massive scam, and 70, you know, I've reviewed 70 companies. They're all basically doing this. And it's got to stop at some point. And I think I'm kind of optimistic that these sites are going to be gone in the next couple years. I think Instagram's going to take some serious action against this. And I think, but also nobody's done more to expose this kind of stuff than me. And I just hope that at some point it gets the recognition it deserves. But, you know, we've been doing this for over a year now with 70 different companies. And, every 6 months there's more. Like, a lot of these sites that I'm reviewing, I think this site probably existed 6 months ago, but so many of these sites that I'm reviewing on this channel are just popping up left and right. And unfortunately, they're tricking people every day. They're scamming people every day. And it is kind of nice, because you do see in the comment sections, like, pull up my Path Social video. You know, it's the most popular video on this channel as of the time of this upload. You know, there's hundreds of people. I want to say there's hundreds of people, but there's so many people in the comment sections that are like, thank you, thank you, thank you. You saved me. I was about to get scammed. Because while this site's a pretty obvious SMM panel, a lot of these newer fake follower sites are tricky. They're gonna spend so much money to make their site look like an actual agency, and they're gonna trick people. And who knows how long this will last, but if you watch this video, hopefully it helps. QuickTime is giving us the thumbs up. So on the 5-star scale, I just typically give SMM panels a 0 stars, just because if they're lying to you about whether or not the followers are real, it doesn't really matter. Everything else on their site, you know, so if they have a refund policy, it doesn't really matter because they're lying to you about the actual service they're selling. So yeah, that's about all I have to say. If you're interested in my organic Instagram growth service, we pair you with an Instagram expert who grows your account by hand. It's the way your Instagram account was meant to be grown. So if you're interested in that, you can go to ascendviral.com/followers. If you've watched this entire video and you're still like, I need to know how this GetLikes.com followers, I need to, like, if you are like still convinced that you want to try out these followers, all I ask is that you leave a comment and you let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. I haven't been wrong in any of these videos, you know, on my conclusion with these sites. I've not been wrong in any of them. But if I'm wrong, let me know. I'd love to be wrong on something like this, but I'm not. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Hopefully this video helps, and I'll see you next time.